Ladies and gentlemen, life is already complicated. We juggle 100 things every day: work stress, traffic jams, WhatsApp forwards from aunties, rising prices of onions, and in the middle of all this, the one place where we seek peace is home. That sacred space where you can be yourself, wear that torn t shirt, eat Maggie at midnight, and watch old movies without being judged. But imagine this: you've just cleaned your house, fluffed the cushions, lit your favorite agabati. You're feeling proud of your little paradise. And then they enter, the constant critic, with their bag of negativity and magnifying glass of judgment. The moment they step in, they do a quick scan, faster than a customs officer at the airport. And bam, it starts. You still haven't changed these curtains? Your couch is a little too soft. Mine is orthopedic approved. You still use this kind of dining set? I saw a better one on sale last week. Afts suru ho gaye. Like a movie with no interval, this person keeps going. And the worst part, they say it all with a smile, like they're doing you a favor. And you sit there wondering, was I happy with my home 5 minutes ago? Yes, you were, but now you're questioning your taste, your decisions, and your entire vibe. You see, the constant critic is not just a person. They're a mood killer, a vibe snatcher, a peace stealer in designer shoes. They're the kind who will come to your Diwali party and say, "Oh, the lights are nice, but mine twinkle more." They can't help it. It's in their nature. They believe that being honest means being rude, and being straightforward means stepping all over your feelings. And let me tell you something from my heart. These people are dangerous because they don't just criticize your furniture or your paint color. They slowly start attacking you. It starts with your decor, then your choices, then your lifestyle. And before you know it, you're standing in your own home feeling like a guest in someone else's movie. You start hesitating to invite people. You stop decorating the way you like. You don't feel proud of your space anymore. And that's the tragedy. Because your home, your tiny, imperfect, beautiful home, is not just bricks and cement. It's a reflection of you, of your journey, of your wins, your struggles, your tastes, and your quirks. That messy shelf, that's where your favorite books live. That old armchair, that's where your dad sat every evening. These things have emotion, not price tags. But critics, they don't see that. They don't feel the soul of your space. They only measure it with society's fake standards. And the worst part, they never stop. They never. Because if today they find fault in your sofa, tomorrow they'll do the same with your choices, your parenting, your relationships. So what do? Simple. You close the door, not on your heart, but on their negativity. You see, in films, we always say, the hero always has to protect something. Sometimes it's the nation, sometimes it's the girl, and sometimes it's just peace of mind. So if anyone comes into a home and makes you feel less than, makes you doubt your happiness, or makes you apologize for being yourself, they're not a guest. They're a villain in disguise. They're a villain in disguise. And just like in all good films, villains don't win. Not in your house. Not in your story. So light your diyas, play your music, arrange your cushions the way you like, and proudly own your space. Because in your home, you are the hero, the director, and the superstar. There are some people who walk into your home and bring flowers, sweets, or laughter. And then there are those who walk in and bring a storm. Not the dramatic Bollywood-style storm that turns into romance. No. This is the kind of storm that quietly drains your soul without making a sound. Without making a sound. The energy vampire, they don't need fangs or cloaks. Their power lies in their presence, their voice, their energy. You open the door with excitement. Maybe they're an old friend, a relative, a neighbor who drops by a little too often. You think, let's have chai, talk, catch up. But 5 minutes in, your smile fades. The air feels heavier, the room colder, and your mood gone. Like a signal during monsoon. They sit on your couch and the first thing they say is, what a terrible day. And before you can say a biscuit, they launch into a monologue of misery. My boss is a nightmare. My life is so unfair. People are fake. Nothing ever goes right. It's not venting. No venting is healthy. This is different. This is a ritual. Every time they meet you, they unload. And it's always about them. You try to console them, motivate them, cheer them up. But it's never enough. Because they don't want solutions. They want sympathy on loop. And while you're sitting there nodding, trying to be kind, something inside you starts to fade. Your energy, your spark, your peace. Because energy vampires don't scream, they suck quietly, constantly. They absorb your warmth to fuel their cold. They dim your light so they can shine. And once they're done, once they've had their emotional meal, they leave. And you're left behind, wondering why you suddenly feel tired, irritated, or strangely empty. You see, energy is invisible but powerful. A home can have beautiful walls and still feel suffocating if it's filled with the wrong vibe. And these vampires, they don't need an invitation. They always come with a smile, sometimes a sob story, and almost always a cup of tea. But once they enter, they leave a mark. Not on your walls, but on your mind. You'll find yourself replaying their stories, worrying about their problems, carrying their emotional baggage like it's your responsibility. And slowly, you lose touch with your own joy. Your laughter becomes rare, your silence becomes loud, and your home, that once felt like a haven, now feels like a hospital room. Let me tell you something honestly and straight from the heart. It is not your job to heal everyone. It is not your duty to be a sponge for every sorrow. Kindness is beautiful, but self respect is essential. And protecting your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. Because if your cup is empty, how will you pour into anyone else's? In movies, I've played lovers, fighters, kings, but in real life, the toughest role is being someone who keeps their heart open, but their doors guarded. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is say, Today I don't have the energy for this conversation. All right, now, I need to protect my space. Or even just a no, or that one word. No is your shield. Use it wisely. Use it kindly, but use it. And I know it's hard. Because energy vampires often wear the face of someone close, someone you don't want to hurt. But remember, if someone truly loves you, they will respect your boundaries. They won't drain you to feel full. They will light a candle next to yours, not blow yours out. Not blow yours out. So next time that heavy energy knocks, ask yourself, is this adding peace to my home or stealing it? And choose accordingly. Because your home is your temple, not a dumping ground for someone else's chaos. And your heart, it deserves warmth, laughter, music, not constant complaints and cloudy skies. Be the hero who protects your home's energy. Be the star who knows when to walk off screen. And most importantly, be the human who loves others, but never forgets to love themselves. Every home has a rhythm, a music. Some have the hum of laughter, others the silence of peace. And then there are some homes that start to echo with whispers that weren't born there, but brought in by someone who never really knocks because they always come disguised in sweetness and smiles. The gossip dealer. This person is a smooth talker, a master storyteller. Sit. Avoid. They walk into your home with a box of sweets, but leave behind a bitter aftertaste that lingers for days. They don't deal in truth. They deal in stories. Half-baked, twisted, carefully decorated lies that sound almost believable. And the worst part, they make it seem like they're just a sharing. I don't tell anyone, but I'm only telling you because I trust you. Oh my God, you won't believe what happened to so and so. That's their weapon, trust. They use it, sell it, break it, sell it. You offer them tea, and in return, they serve you a full episode of A Breaking Lives Season 3. From Sharmagi's affair to Pooja's family issues, from job losses to secret crushes, they know everything. And they act like they're doing you a favor by letting you in on the scoop. But what they're really doing is planting poison, quietly, carefully. And here's the truth, my friend. If someone is talking about everyone else to you one day, they will talk about you to everyone else. Because gossip dealers are never loyal. They're not here to connect hearts. They're here to control narratives. They take your private moments, your vulnerabilities, and turn them into content. And before you know it, your truth is lost in the telephone game of drama. You start noticing it slowly. People look at you a little differently. A little differently. Someone reacts to something you never even said. A joke becomes an accusation. A sentence turns into a scandal. Turn! And the root of it all, that one, a friend who came over just to talk. You see, in every good story, there's a villain. Not always with a gun, sometimes just with a tongue. The gossip dealer doesn't destroy with fists. They destroy with whispers, They use charm as a cloak and drama as currency. And the price? Your peace, your privacy, and your relationships. But here's what hurts the most. They often look like your own: a cousin, a neighbor, a so called well wisher. And you, in your innocence, open your door, offer them samosas, smile, listen, laugh, not knowing that every word you share might be repeated with an extra masala topping. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. Real connections are built on honesty, not gossip. Not gossip. Real love protects, not exposes. And real friends, they will talk to you, not about you. So if someone makes you feel powerful by tearing others down, beware. Because tomorrow you might be the next story at someone else's tea table. Don't get fooled by their friendly tone. Their updates. There I'm just concerned to face. They're not concerned. They're curious. And curiosity without compassion is a dangerous thing. Your home should be a safe zone. A place of trust, not rumors. Of laughter, not speculation. And of real conversations, not whispered character assassinations. Start paying attention. Do you feel lighter or heavier after they leave? Are you smiling from the heart or just politely nodding while your gut says, this doesn't feel right? Trust that feeling, because energy never lies, even when people do. And you know, in films, we often have that one dialogue that hits hard. Here's mine for today. Jo dusron ki ras opko batata hai. Wo iki deen opka by Ras Bazaar main la jaga. The one who tells you other people's secrets will one day sell yours in the market too. So protect your space. Your space. Protect your space. You don't need to be rude, just be wise. Smile, offer tea if you must, but keep your stories, your truth, and your heart out of their reach. Because life is already a complicated script, you don't need someone turning it into a tabloid headline. Let your home echo with love, not whispers. Let it be full of real stories, not twisted tales. And remember, silence is powerful, especially when used to shut the door on gossip. Because in the end, you don't need gossip to stay connected. You need respect. And that, my friend, is the only story worth telling. There are people who walk into your life wearing a mask. Not of a villain, not of a thief, not even of a stranger. No, they walk in wearing the mask of a friend, a guide, a supporter. And that's what makes them the most dangerous of all. The manipulator in disguise. They don't kick open the door. They don't raise their voice. They sit quietly with soft smiles, kind words, and very sharp intentions. They know exactly how to get into your books because that's the first chapter in their plan. They praise you just enough to earn your trust. They offer help just enough to earn your trust enough to be seen as a kind. They ask questions that feel caring but are actually loaded. And slowly, without even realizing it, you start letting them in. Not just into your home, but into your mind, your heart, your choices. At first, it feels warm, comforting, familiar. Why don't you do this instead? Who you should really talk to me before making that decision. I'm only saying this because I care about you. Sounds harmless, right? Even sweet. But that's the game. They twist concern into control, advice into influence, and love into leverage. And one day you realize you stop making your own decisions. You ask them before you buy something. You rethink your dreams because they said it's unrealistic. You stop meeting someone because they said that person isn't the right for you. And they don't force you. Oh no, they're too clever for that. They guilt you. They use emotional currency. They make you feel like you owe them something. I was always there for you, remember? I helped you when no one else did. I'm the only one who understands you. You see, a manipulator doesn't steal your peace directly. They convince you to give it away. Piece by piece, smile by smile, dream by dream. And once they know they have that hold over you, they tighten it, gently, silently, but surely. They start turning you against your own people. Oh, your sister doesn't really get you like I do. Or your partner is just jealous of our bond. Ha! They were never truly on your side. And slowly you start isolating yourself. You start living in their version of your world. And guess what? That world always revolves around them. I've played a lot of romantic heroes in films. But let me tell you, in real life, sometimes the most toxic relationships don't come with red flags. They come wrapped in affection, in memories, in emotional debt. And by the time you realize you're being manipulated, you've already started doubting yourself. You begin to wonder, am I being unfair? Or maybe they're right. Maybe I do need them. And that's how they win. They don't break you from the outside, they make you break yourself. But here's the truth: any relationship, friendship, love, family that comes with strings attached isn't a connection, it's a trap. You are not a puppet. You are not a project to be managed. And you are not a story to be edited by someone else. Your life, your home, your peace belongs to you. So if someone makes you feel guilty for choosing your own path, if someone constantly needs you to prove your loyalty, if someone's love feels more like a chain than a hug, then it's time to pause, to breathe, to ask, who am I when I'm with them? Stronger or smaller? Because love doesn't manipulate. Real friends don't play power games. And genuine people don't need to control you to feel close to you. I know it's not easy because manipulators often come from our closest circles. They come with history, emotion, familiarity. But remember, history is not a life sentence. Just because someone helped you once doesn't mean they own your future. Be brave enough to step back, to see clearly, to take your power back without drama. Because at the end of the day, your home should be filled with people who lift you, not control you. People who stand beside you, not above you. People who let you grow, not guilt you for it. In your story, you are not a supporting character. You are the lead. So write your script, choose your cast, and never let a manipulator direct your life.